Thank you, Sheila, for those kind words. It's almost embarrassing. But I do want to share, we have talked about the kiosk and the need for a kiosk a number of times with this group of people at various meetings, going as far back as 18 months. But I thought I would share a little story with you that kind of drives the point. Back in my college days, many years ago, studying architecture at Kent State, I had a professor, Ukrainian fellow, Osip Martinov, maybe you know him, who taught me quite a few things about architecture and about life. And of course, architecture needs to service life, so they go hand in hand. In one of the concepts that he presented to us in our freshman design studio is that you either are somewhere or you are in a way somewhere. And it kind of sounds almost absurdly oversimplified, but when you think about it, that's the way it is. You are at home, you are in the office, you are in the theater, or you're on the way home, on the way to the office. And the environment you are in needs to correspond with that. The challenges of designing the appropriate spaces, especially for the more permanent space, is that you need to somehow let people know that they have arrived, that they are there. And I think that was the kind of a drawback or something that the gardens lack. How many times did we hear from people saying, oh, I've been driving by on MLK for the past 17 years every day, and did you stop in the gardens? No, I didn't know where to stop, and I didn't know what it was about, and no, I never knew. So I think that was the challenge, is to provide some means of telling people that you have arrived, that you are here in the gardens. There's a sign on the south end, now thanks to Bill Jones, there's a sign on the north end, but it only tells you that you're entering. And so it was our hope to create this kiosk plaza and suggest to people in our modest way that they have arrived in the cultural gardens, that it's okay to stop and get out of the car, and get off the bike and read about the history and the gardens, and maybe look up the garden that you're particularly interested in and find out what it's about. So that was the inspiration. So I guess I have to thank my professor from Kent State for driving that point into my design vocabulary and something that I carried in and it inspired me to carry on this project. There are a couple other people I like to thank that really came at a critical point in the process. And you know, any project has one of those moments where you kind of go, how am I going to do this? But a couple of people came through and helped mainly with the graphics. One of the challenges we had was the map. The map that we had was not quite up to date, didn't include some of the new parcels. And actually, after looking at it, we had to flip it upside down and left to right because of the location. And thanks to Burik, one of our members, also an architect, he came down, sat down by his computer with CAD system, and in a matter of minutes, things were upside down and left to right, and added the parcels and came through. So that was relief to me, because by then we were like 80% into the project and I didn't have the map. The other person I would like to know here, and maybe is here, is Sean Martin here by any chance? There he is. Hi Sean. We wanted to note on one of the panels the past presidents. Being a president is quite a challenging task, and we thought it would be nice to kind of note all the people who through the years headed up the organization. And it was quite challenging to get those names. Everywhere I turned, I kind of ran into a brick wall. And Richard Korosevich, one of our past presidents, led me to Sean, who works for Western Reserve Historical Society, and within a week he was able to generate a list for us, and what a accomplishment that was, because we were lost. So thank you, Sean, and thank you for providing that. So Shar Crawford is here. I'm sorry, Shar Crowley is here from Eastside Landscaping. They were they were the ones that built the plaza, the wall, and the plaza. Shar, raise your hand. So there were quite a few, and of course the entire federation. As President Sheila Crawford mentioned, this project was funded by the federation. It's not city money, it's not any other grant. It was funded by the federation for the first time, so I think this is something we can be proud of, and hopefully it will be used. So thank you all for coming, and I think we have some entertainment.